That was better than what he fucking gave me the last time he was in here.
Oh, it's horrible. It's like
It's
NyQuil.
fuking bad, dude.
It's fucking NyQuil. It's like a sugary.
Yeah,
the bottle is so good.
it's 100 proof.
Wait, 100 proof?
Yeah, dude, it's like drinking fucking It's it's over here. It's supposed to say. I guess.
Yeah.
It's
right.
supposed to say on it.
Proof goes to 200, so it's 50% alcohol.
Yeah. Fucking Fonto.
Dude, I'm starting a
pull that in?
very similar concept called The Last Time.
Okay.
Because you ever meet a sober guy who's like, oh, I don't drink.
Yeah.
I haven't drank since July 17th.
Talking about their rock bottom.
And what happened on July 17th of 08?
That's a great idea, dude. Because
know.
especially in this in Boston, you'd have one guest because no one quit.
Yeah.
But in this town, fucking a lot of people
Everyone's,
quit. You know?
If it's tattooed on their arm, like, why is that date tattooed?
Yeah.
You know, like, so whatever it is the last time you did heroin, the last time you drank. Maybe it's the last time, maybe you quit your job and you never,
Yeah.
So I want to know the last time I did X.
The interesting part about that is you can talk about the last time when you didn't know it was your last time. Because all of us experience that all the time. You never know. I mean, like, I thought about it in a sad way. I thought about it in the context of the last time I spoke to my grandfather before he passed.
Yeah.
But, the last time you spoke to your elementary school best friend.
Yeah.
You don't remember. You're like,
last time you touched a rim.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
Shit like that.
You would never do it again.
Yeah,
You had
little
no
things
idea.
like that.
Yeah.
But I love those themes because it's so universal.
Last time I ran. I don't think I'm running again. Ever.
Oh, yeah, from the cops. That'd be the next time.
Yeah. But I don't know. I stopped lacing my shoes at 35.
Yeah.
I just made a decision.
Good call. Yeah, mine are always.
That's it. They're slip-ons.
Yeah.
Laces or no, they're slip-ons. I
turn into
tie
fucking
them
Howie
once.
Mandel Skechers.
What is that?
You turn into Howie Mandel with Skechers as the slide-in shoes.
Is that what he always wears?
So he's a germaphobe, but he's like the spokesperson for Skechers now, because he doesn't like touching his fucking shoes. But old people like slip-ons because they don't have to bend down because they're fucking old.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like it because he's a germaphobe.
Yeah.
So you just put your feet in. Yeah. So
He needs help, dude.
Well,
I think
he talked about, he was on Bill Maher's podcast, and he was talking about that. He's like, yeah, people give me shit about it. He's like, but honestly, like, this isn't me being, it's like, I have an actual problem. He's like, he's like, a lot of people, he's like, unfortunately, a lot of people talk about, oh, that's my OCD.
Yeah.
You don't have it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're just particular about certain things. He's like, oh, my OCD, I like my kitchen cleaned this way. Like, that's not real OCD. He's like, I won't leave the house if somebody touch the doorknob before I touch the door. Like he's like I'm crippled by it. He's like, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. He's like, I joke about it in my act. He's like, but it's not. He's like, it really
he doesn't know
impacts my life. He's like, I got all the money in the world and I can't do half the shit I want to do because of germs.
You can't touch the money.
Yeah.
The money's the dirtiest thing you could have. You should give it all away.
Yeah.
You should give all of it
Can't
away.
touch his own fucking
you
money.
gotta start over, buddy.
Dude,
Digital currency for you.
I think I would do that. Like you've watched, DuckTales back in the day, the cartoon, right?
I fucking reference it often.
Scrooge McDuck. If I had that kind of fucking bread, I'd want to go to the bank. Let me see it. What? I want to see my $140 million in a room.
Dude,
put me in a room with it. Put me in a room with $140 million so I could see what I got.
Yeah, I want to touch it. I want to roll around in the bed, just like blow. You know what I mean? Just like yeah.
Well, the scary thing about that is most banks don't have that kind of cash on hand.
They do not.
So that's why they don't let you do it.
Yeah.
Because if you have $140 million, say I want to withdraw all of it in cash, they'd be like, whoa, what?
You got to call them a month in advance.
Yeah.
Like 20 forms
and
of
they'll come up
ID,
with all
a
sorts
blood
of bullshit. Oh, you got to tell the government, blah, blah. No, you don't.
Yeah.
I have to tell the government I deposit $140 million.
Yeah.
If I take out $140 million,
Yeah.
you have to show up with it. And if you don't show up, what I would do if I was in that position, hopefully one day I will.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't produce it in a week? Oh, I'm going to call the Federal Reserve and I'm going to pull your bank license.
Yeah.
You guys don't have enough collateral
You better
for your deposits. So give me my fucking money right now.
Go call some loans.
Yeah. You better go down there and fucking find it. Yeah. You better call the other branches and round that shit up.
I don't
I'd
care
love
what
to
you
threaten
got
a
to
bank.
do. I don't want to know what you got to do, but I'll tell you what you do have to do. Get it here.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it the way I brought it. I want it in duffel bags and trash bags.
Yeah, I want it in coins the way I deposited it. In nickels, thanks.
I'd like to be able to take out enough where they have to like trip some sort of like internal questionnaire. Are you being
Yeah, when they got to call the manager over, it's
Are you being extorted? Is there anyone at your house that is where
is this a ransom situation?
Yeah.
Dude, I just read an article recently actually about a black guy who won a civil rights lawsuit against I forget what city he was in. It was like Akron, Ohio or something like that. He won like a $1.8 million lawsuit because the cops were the arresting officers were made like racist comments. It's all body cam. So it was easy case. They settled
He had
it.
too much cash on him.
He came into the bank, into his bank with a $1.8 million check, and went to go deposit it. And the bank teller called the cops on him, saying thinking it was a fake check. And God
damn, bro.
No, this is the best part. So he sued the bank, and then he sued the city again.
Yeah.
So he just,
it was from a lawsuit with the city?
Yeah.
That's great.
Because the cops arrested him again. He was like, all right, well, we'll do this again.
The cops arrested him for it. God damn.
It.
Way to double your money in one day. Wow.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's like the one time I wish I was a black guy.
Dude, the one time.
Well, that time and when I pull my pants down.
And if you want to touch the
rim
rim
when I'm playing
again.
basketball. Yeah.
One more time. Just let me touch it one more
We're
time.
in, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, we are back. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Blow podcast. Got my main man, Paul Roseberry, back. Before we get into it, we all know we already started, but don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Follow me at Ready, Set, Blow, or follow the podcast at Ready, Set, Blow. Follow me at Randy Valero. All the shit I say at the end, I'll say it again. But we're right back into it, Paulie. I had to have you back on. You got your special coming up. First one?
My first special.
And I think it's so kind that you thought of me.
Absolutely.
to be involved in this.
I was excited. Absolutely.
Of course, dude.
Yeah, I need a guy who I know is going to get it done. No big wild variable. I know you're a little nuts. Great, but I know what kind of nuts.
Yeah, you've seen my
it's
act.
It's the right kind of nuts. You know what I mean?
You've seen my act.
I don't need a wild card.
Yeah.
I want a guy who's going to go in and get it done. So
Thank
Randy
you so
V.
much, man.
Yeah,
Deaf
thank
Noodles was October 25th. Saturday,
Yes.
8 p.m. Get your tickets now. I'll be there. We're gonna have a fucking grand old time.
Yeah, it's only like $4,000 to get real close to the front. You know, if you get nosebleed
for $4,000, I'll suck your dick. Times are tough,
I'll
dude.
fucking rub you down after. I don't know. Hopefully you're good by then. I don't know.
Yeah. But how the baby on the way? Is it out yet?
Oh, baby's here. Baby's 9 months.
Fuck, dude.
9 months.
Has it been that long?
You think I look like this for no fucking reason?
Oh,
No.
I look like shit because I just came from the dentist and I was gardening earlier. I'm 42. I have a garden going now.
You have a garden.
Oh yeah, man, it's the best.
Wait, like,
Well, it started out because girl I'm dating now has like a big yard. She lives, up
I
here
was
in the
gonna
valley.
say someone has to have grass for you.
Yeah,
to have
she's got a
This
big
is
yard.
pretty good.
She has 3 dogs, and she takes 2 of them and does agility training and shit like that.
God damn.
Yeah, so that's like her hobby. That's what she's at this weekend. It's great.
girl.
It's great. Yeah, she's great.
pretty, yeah.
But she's got a nice big yard. And she had like half of it with like these obstacles for the dogs to train on, and then there's just like an empty patch of dirt, and she has an ADU, a converted garage that's like a rental behind her, and the person that had left a whole bunch of pots of tomatoes and shit. So I was like, oh, maybe I was like, that's a good idea. I was like, fucking, grocery prices are up 50%.
Yeah,
Fuck it. I'll plant
insane.
I'll buy tomatoes from the store, take the seeds out, plant them, which I did.
Yeah.
So now, free tomatoes fucking forever now. It's like, let me keep this going because I like to cook.
Yeah.
So I put herbs in there. I got fig trees going in there.
Look at you.
I got strawberries going in there. So I did
Just
some gardening.
figging out.
Yeah, dude,
Look
figured
at
it out. So I did some gardening. Then I went to the dentist. Half my face is still numb. I got my teeth scaled. That was fun. So everything I saved in groceries, I just paid the fucking dentist.
Wait, so the thing with gardening that I can't do, I honestly, I don't have the patience. I don't. If I stick the seed in the dirt, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'll come back around 6.
No, but see, that's the thing. For a guy like me,
long does it
the
take?
obsessive. Well, for anything to sprout, it depends on the germination period. Depends on the seed.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I like about it. One, it's like having a
Mellows you out
It's
a
like having
little,
a turtle as a pet.
Yeah.
Right. Like you have to check in on it. But it kind of just does its thing.
Yeah.
Like you have to make sure it doesn't die, but you don't have to keep it alive.
Right.
There's a difference, right? Dogs, you have to keep alive.
Yeah.
Cats, you have to make sure they don't die. Right.
Good point.
Right. Like there's a level.
If you don't want it to die.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't.
Exactly.
Many cats
Yeah,
should.
exactly. They should be, little fucking things. But it's also nice, like I'm an outdoorsy guy. I like to camp and hunt and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of that. But also for me as a nerd, it's like, oh, it's something I could learn about.
Yeah.
It's like some new thing for me to do. It honestly takes about 25 minutes a day.
20 every day.
Yeah, I get up in the morning. I make my morning coffee.
Yeah.
And I go out and I inspect the plants. Right. And then I water them and trim them where it needs to be trimmed while I'm having my coffee.
No shit.
And then I get my day started.
Renaissance man.
Well,
Look
it's
at you go.
basically like an active meditation for me.
Yeah.
I told my
yeah.
therapist, he's like, oh, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea. He's like, a guy like you. He's like, I have a garden going. It's good. It's good. He's like, I know you like the outdoors. It keeps you out there. Keeps your like if you need a break, it's like, having a stressful day. Let me go take a look at the fucking strawberries.
There's fewer marks on your horn now. like your tires. There's less brake dust on your rims.
Exactly.
You're not slamming around.
Yeah, my girlfriend has less black eyes. The whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I would never hit a woman.
Not that she's into black
I hit a
guys.
trans woman.
What?
I hit a trans woman. That was a man. Right?
It's a dude. I talked to a guy yesterday who told I was at a mic, Joe. We won't get into exactly who, you probably know, but he was saying that he used to date a trans And we were like, wait,
was she trans or is he gay and he was a man? Or?
Well, that's what we wanted. We're like, trans, which direction? Like, you dated a woman who became a man, or a man became a woman who was like, oh, a woman. We're like, oh, so you dated a burly chick?
Yeah, you dated a lesbian before she she grew a enlarged clitoris.
If you can get in your boyfriend's pussy, I think you're probably fine.
Yeah, dude, I dated lesbians. I get it.
Yeah. She didn't shave her legs. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, keep your arms down. I don't want to see the armpit hair.
Dude, what seed to tomato? 6 weeks? What are we looking at?
No, seed to tomato. I mean, seed to sapling, it's like a little seedling.
Yeah.
Is 7 to 14 days. And then probably 3 months from there, you get tomatoes.
3 months.
Well, for the tomatoes to be ripened on the vine.
Is that the best tomato you've ever tasted?
They're fucking great, dude.
Do you think it's psychological?
They ripen on the vine. I pull them off. I go cook with it.
But is a little bit of it like that's your baby? You know what I mean? Like does it taste better?
It does taste. It tastes better. It tastes better empirically. Like no matter what I say. Right, but also the idea that I can just go get it and I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love that too.
You know, so I'm just planting my favorite things. You know, I'm now moving on to my winter crops. I got some bok choy and some Swiss chard grown.
God damn, bok choy. I can't say that without an Asian accent.
I got some sweet potatoes going.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Fucking
sweet. That's a heavy. Hold on, isn't that in the dirt?
Yeah, but I have big 20-gallon. So the soil. We live in a desert, but we have sun, and obviously we pay for water from Colorado, wherever the fuck it comes, Colorado River. But I have these 20-gallon containers because the soil. You can plant certain things in the soil here, which I have done, like peppers are native. Oh, I wish. I'll use them for fucking fertilizer.
Start popping out like fucking Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, just a heroin tree grows on an opium.
You can hear it grow because it sounds like that.
I'm growing fentanyl in the yard. No, but some things you can grow, like peppers, all that stuff you can grow in ground here. And figs you can grow in ground here because they're native and they grow well in this area. But tomatoes, depending on the variety. So I got some new seeds, some new varieties that I can grow in ground for next year.
Do you have to buy those like in a parking lot? Like I'm picturing a drug deal. I'm finding the like
Home Depot, dude.
No, I know, but like the Home Depot parking lot, you gotta get it from one of the guys.
Dude, I honestly, if Trump wasn't deporting all these people, I'd have them do the gardening and just watch them. I sip my coffee.
Dude, I always wanted to hire them to play home run derby.
Oh, they would
just have like a pitcher and a couple of guys catching, so I could just hit all day.
Dude,
wouldn't that be fucking great? For like $200.
If you can't move enough tickets for the special, just go down to Home Depot.
God damn it!
Be like, hey guys, I'll give you guys $5 for the hour. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Just sit down and just have a 30 rack. Get 15 guys. So you get 2 beers a piece, $5.
Yeah.
An hour.
Load them up in the parking lot.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And whenever I talk, fucking laugh.
I've got to, dude. I got to.
It's way easier than having retile your roof, which they do for $7 an hour.
Dude, when I first moved here in my 20s, I was like, dude, how great would I be as a guy? And it would be entertaining to me to do it, to hire them just to play like hot potato in my yard or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you said, because they're expecting to go do some roofing shit. They're going to break their back.
Dig a ditch.
I give them like half days pay, and then we just record, I don't know, playing hopscotch or some weird shit where they're like, I don't know what this guy's into, but
honestly, it's probably cheaper than like an Xbox subscription. Because don't you have to subscribe now for Xbox to like play games online and shit?
I have no idea.
Sorry, I looked over to Mike. He seems like a video game guy.
No,
no, but yeah, like instead of playing online with strangers, just fucking hire a Mexican for $5 an hour to play video games in your room with you.
Just to play with you, yeah.
Dude.
I've seen the memes recently about people saying it's like, man, the good old days were when you were playing people like in your room that you were friends with that you knew, like not this online shit against a bunch of strangers just talking shit into the abyss.
Well, that's how you get radicalized now, apparently. Fucking online gaming.
That's how you get radicalized?
Homeboy who clipped Charlie Kirk. That's what he was playing, like an online furry sex game. And that's how apparently he got into on Discord. Apparently Discord is
looking to get radicalized. If you're playing an online furry sex game, you're asking to be radicalized. Let's be real. You got one foot in the rad.
Yeah. This is the problem with like social media and the internet, is that it made fringe things seem normal.
Yeah.
Because let's say you live in a town of 100,000 people.
Yeah.
What? Maybe 2 of them are furries. Right?
Yeah.
So you had to
and everyone knows who they are, and they know where to meet up.
So you kind of kept your freak at bay, right? You tried to behave normally most of the time.
Yeah.
Now, but because of social media and everyone thinks like, oh, my weirdness, because there's millions of people, 8 billion people in the world. No matter what your kink is, there's probably another million people into it.
Yeah.
Right. That's 0.01% of the population.
That's still 300 million.
It's math.
Yeah. Whatever.
Math, right. So now, because all these freaks can get together, it seems like it's more common than it actually is.
Yeah, like a Comic-Con or something, but not really.
And it's not to say you can't have your proclivities, but you know, when they start abutting on just day-to-day life, like, hey man, I'm trying to order my coffee. Can you move your mascot costume so I can talk to the Starbucks barista?
Dude.
That's when it gets a little bit like, all right, can we, you know, I don't do stand-up comedy when I'm waiting in the line at DMV.
Yeah.
Can you not wear your furry costume to the fucking coffee shop?
Dude, all right, I'll go out on a limb here.
This is the right podcast for that.
Why not? Listen, I'm going to say this. You ever thought about the fact, all right, gay people have had problems integrating society.
But they're in now. They're way in now. Scott Besson, our Treasury Secretary,
too far. Kind of too far.
Is a big homo, and he's threatening to punch other cabinet secretaries in the face. So,
dude, well, think about this. If you think about it, no one's ever really, it's not the gay sex.
No.
That gets, it's the fucking femininity. It's because I think it goes back to this. Listen, I think we know somewhere in the back of our mind, if the power goes out and the floods come in, the men have to carry sandbags. That's what we got to do. We got to carry fucking sandbags. We're going to be up to our waist. The women, you know, they carry the
Chinese
babies.
land here. We got to pick up guns and fight them. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. And so if you walk into a bar, I don't care if you got two bitches on both arms and neither is your wife who's at home. Yeah. If you're like, hey, boys, then a little bit of me is like, oh, you're not going to carry any fucking sandbags. You son of a bitch. I don't care how straight you are. I don't care where you put your dick. But if you walk in and you're just like, hey, I'll get a beer and a shot. And you're just like, hey, who's winning the game right now? And you're like, oh, whoever. And then you're like, wait, that's the gay dude? I don't give a fuck if he's gay. You know what I mean?
I agree to an extent. I think the real root of it is, though, is like, it's the idea that, like you just said, I don't care. No one cares what I'm up to.
Yeah.
But I also don't force you to not only, like, it's not okay for you not to care. You have to be violently in. You have to be violently in agreement with what I'm up to.
An ally, an outspoken ally.
Yeah, you have to, like, you know, risk your livelihood for my right to do whatever I want. It's like you shouldn't even know what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think about anybody during the day except the people that are directly in my life.
Yeah,
and even they,
I don't give a fuck.
Even they are a distant second to me and my fucking own thoughts about myself.
100%.
But when it's like you have to love what I love more than I love it. It's like I don't care. Like, it's not even. Like I said, it's not on my radar.
Yeah.
It's just.
I just want to not care. I just want it to be okay that I don't care. Yeah. I'm not against you.
I'm sure
and
there was many
with you, I got your back. Kind of, you know, depending on the reason, whatever. But
yeah, I'm sure there was many real trans people 20 years ago. And when I say real trans people, there is a bit of I do think there is some sort of glomming on to the popularity of it. You know, like it's like, oh, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm non-binary. It's like, well, you're just confused. That's not a category. Confusion isn't a category.
Did you cut it off?
Yeah.
If you cut it off, I believe you.
But I'm sure there was as many true people who identified as transgender or transsexual, whatever they call it, gender dysphoria, whatever your label wants to be for it. I'm sure there was as many today as there were 30 years ago when I was a kid. But nobody cared. Like it was like they existed. They did whatever they wanted. But no one was like in their personal life about it.
Well, they did. You didn't become
My problem is the privacy is gone. That's really what I don't like.
The
privacy of a person's personal life, who you're fucking, how you identify yourself. Like the fact that we have to change everything for every possible scenario.
Oh,
it's like my thing is when the bathroom door closes, I don't care what body part you pull out to piss.
Yeah.
The bathroom door closed, you have privacy.
Yeah.
I believe in privacy. Like, whatever you do in your private life, gay guys aren't fucking out on the street, so I don't give a fuck. But trans people mostly.
I did see a couple of guys fucking in the street, but that was in Chelsea, and that's kind of their neighborhood.
Yeah, it was Pride Month. It was their thing.
Yeah.
On 4th of July, we light fireworks. On June 1st, they fuck.
Dude, I think. All right, tell me if you agree with this. I think that there are two big reasons for the explosion in popularity of gays and LGBT and the trans. I think part of it is this. I think gay acceptance is a social flex. In the sense of this, if you go back to third world countries, you go back to the Middle East, a lot of the Muslim nations right now, they'll still throw you off a roof. Yeah. But these people are also struggling to have enough food and shelter to get by. Yeah. So I think there was a time when society said, all right, look, we're struggling to keep enough resources. We can't have an adult, the highest consumer of resources, who consumes resources and doesn't reproduce. If that's your plan, you got to get the fuck out of here. But as time went on, then as you got more resources, it became a little more,
it's quote unquote a first world problem.
And then now I think it's like, hey, you want to know how much food we have? We keep our gays, bro. Yeah, we keep our fucking gays. We don't even kill them anymore. We celebrate them and shit. We're just showing off.
Yeah, think about it this way, Paul. Like once the Supreme Court made gay marriage nationally legal and federally legal, It's like the very next day is when we started talking about where transgender people go to the bathroom. It's like we couldn't celebrate. We couldn't celebrate
illegal? What year?
What was it, like 2010, something like that?
That's how recent gay marriage was legal.
Yeah, federally, yeah.
Really?
There were some states that did it first, and then the Supreme Court ruled it's legal.
But that's
the
interesting.
Thing. Like right after that is when we started going. It's like we can't celebrate the win. We can't.
2015.
Yeah, we can't.
Okay, so really recently.
Yeah, 10 years ago. You can't. It's almost like we take it for granted. We made so much progress where gay marriage was just normal.
Yeah.
And then the next day we're like, well, what about this?
And everyone said, it's going to be a slippery slope. They're going to be marrying their dogs.
They're like, where's the food? You don't hear about any gay rights issues in Africa. Right, I'm sure that's
what I'm saying.
But they're starving.
That's what I'm saying. 100%.
They got to tackle food insecurity before they get down to gay rights.
Yeah, we don't have enough Wendy's and McDonald's for queers yet. You got to fucking back the fuck up, bro.
Well, they got real problems.
They got real problems.
And not to say that gay rights or trans rights aren't a problem, but it really is a luxury to be like that far down the list.
That's what I'm saying.
Like what's it called, Maslow's hierarchy? Food, shelter, water. We're down at where do trans people piss? Like that's how far down the list of problems we are.
100%.
And it's not to say that we as an American, I don't want to make progress in these things and move forward in an amicable way. I'm just saying can we take stock in the fact that we're down that far on the list? Most countries don't have the luxury to even address the idea. Yeah.
It's such a social flex. Yeah. It's our flagship, if you will. It's our fucking flag. It's double entendre. Yeah. But that's really what it is. And if you think about it, the countries that are struggling the most for bare necessity resources, if they had a couple non-reproducing adults in the mix, it might help their fucking problem with resources. A few fewer kids.
Like China, where their problem was too many people, they just started killing the women. The female infants,
the baby girls,
just burying them alive.
Yeah.
There are 60 million more men between the ages of I think 25 and 35 than there are women in China because they just started burying them for that 20-year period when they didn't allow a third child.
Yeah, they didn't technically kill the little girls. They put them in the street and then just see what happens.
Yeah.
What a psycho. Dude, when I first met Chelsea.
We're worried about abortion here. What about the kids that are born there?
Yeah.
And they just put it in the gutter.
They had a documentary, The 3 Scariest Words. It's a girl. It was a documentary. Chelsea and I watched it when we first met, and we're like, Jesus, what a weird Netflix and chill night. That's just not.
So not chill. I don't want to fuck.
I don't want to fuck after that.
I want to go cry for a little while.
Make sure the condom is like rock solid. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to vasectomy me before you do it again.
What the fuck? The other thing I think is this. I think that the gay popularity blew up, and people. I said this in high school.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Being gay is cool. The gay lifestyle seems fucking dope.
There's a lot of positive. Yeah.
As a straight man.
Yeah.
Right. It's more difficult to relate to a woman than it is to another guy. In some ways, now that being gay is so accepted, it'd be easier for me as an unmarried 42-year-old man to be a gay guy because it would make more sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, people wouldn't ask me, why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to. It's like, really? Or are you gay?
I'm
no.
queer as shit.
Yeah. But if I was gay, gay guys always have the best time. They're always jacked.
Yeah.
They have unlimited disposable income.
They have no kids, no dependents.
2 male incomes, no kids.
That's what I'm saying. They always have the nicest house. They got a wreath on the door, a couple pumpkins.
The hot neighborhood in every city in this country is the gay neighborhood.
Always.
That's where property values are going up the most. Being gay seems like a life hack. Honestly,
in so many ways,
and they're both being gay is not a choice. Because if I had to choose, I'd be gay.
And
but I do not choose that I like women. I do not choose.
That's why lesbian relationships never work out. If you both have a period, it's fucking over.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as one of you's done being pissed, the other one's pissed that you just were pissed, and then it's this vicious cycle.
And it's vindictive.
The khakis rub together afterwards.
Yeah. It's almost like a lesbian couple is like immediately a 50 a couple that's been married for 30 years. They just go right to the problems.
Yeah,
they go, I hate the way she breathes. That kind of thing.
It always feels like when on Portlandia, when the chick would dress up like a guy, like that's what it seems. Like it's like two of those kind of, but and to take that all the way, you don't have lesbian neighborhoods.
No.
Never. No one would go to a lesbian neighborhood. Dude, a gay neighborhood, you're like the best food. Oh my God, maybe I'll buy some
everyone's
clothes.
Stylish.
Everyone's happy. It's like a gym on every corner. Like you said, smiles are weird. I actually, Chelsea used to live in Chelsea, very gay neighborhood. Manhattan.
Yeah, I know.
And so we would, eat, we'd go to lunch, whatever. And I noticed, I was like, God, the gay waiters are so fucking happy that it's uncomfortable. And then I realized why. Imagine that the best your day was going to get was getting fucked in the ass. Imagine that's the best it's going to get. That's the highlight. That's what you're looking forward to. Anytime you're not getting drilled in the ass, you're like, woo, well, at least it's not nighttime. What would you like with your sandwich today, sir?
It's so funny because straight
happiest.
Because I use like somebody fucked. When I use the term somebody fucked me, the bank fucked me in the ass, or insurance fucked me in the ass.
The mechanic,
it's like the worst thing.
You know,
gay guys, the worst thing that I think could happen to me is their favorite thing.
It's the best their day's gonna get.
My nightmare is their favorite thing in the world.
God. They hope to God he has a headache. Like, Jesus, can I have one fucking night? Put this thing to rest. Like, oh man,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
dude, that's the best.
Yeah, my nightmare is their fantasy. Like,
anytime,
what a life, dude.
There's no dick in their ass.
Yeah,
they're like, well,
God for not making me gay.
Why? God.
My life would. I'd have so much more money. I'd be in better shape.
Oh
God, it really is. But being a lesbian must be tough, dude.
Oh,
could you imagine being a woman, knowing how women are, and having to date other women?
And then you're bringing that to the table yourself. Like, oh God, what a lose-lose. That's
right? Just the quiet disappointment and the silent resentment that builds up. No wonder those relationships.
Yeah, they don't talk.
Do you know?
I
read that stat on here once. So, straight
horrible
married
whiskey. Anyway,
yes, terrible. Straight married couples. I think the divorce rate's between 50 and 60%. Gay married couples, two lesbian couples, it's even higher, 70%.
Someone's
gay
just
married
talking
couples,
about
20%.
Yeah,
20% divorce rate.
Well, you got to figure.
It would show you that women are the problem in a relationship.
But also,
it would really suggest
100%. But
and not every woman, but in general, overall, over a big number of marriages, it's usually women that's the problem.
But I also wonder. I don't know. Like, do the guys marry a lot? You know, I feel like for them to be like
that's another thing.
It's a really specialized. They've really reached a point where they're like, "Are you done fucking a million people? Yeah.
No.
Are you? Me too.
That's the thing.
All right.
A lot of gay marriages, they just dude.
They just bang on?
Yeah, they have it set up. They bring a third in.
No wonder they don't break up. Yeah. I said the only reason. Are you
just
fucking
bringing more
kidding
dudes.
me? The only reason. I said this for years. I said it to Chelsea when we met. And she said, tell my mom. I said, I will not. But I said, look, the reason marriages end is because men and women have different fundamental views of what cheating means.
Yeah.
To a woman, it's a cornerstone default. You have taken the legs out of this relationship. To a man, it's like playing one-on-one basketball down at the court.
Yeah.
I bumped into somebody, I sweat, I grunted, I came home, took a shower, and it's like nothing happened. Who the fuck cares?
I didn't leave you for him.
I just
fucked her on a business trip. It wasn't a relationship.
Do you want to go play
I was bored. I wanted to jerk off, but she was there, so
yeah. Every time I want to play one-on-one, you really want to play one-on-one? Yeah. Every time I want to play, well, I'm doing you a fucking favor. It's just let me go do that, and then I say, actually, if you think about it, because women are vindictive, they're very judgy of each other, very competitive. Yeah. I said, imagine. You know, your woman starts to get a little bit older. You still have the urge. You go to a happy hour. You fuck some chick who's 25. Life is great. You move on. There's no connection, no phone number.
You don't even know her name or
no, nothing. Yeah. Then you go home to your wife.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And the axe. The battle axe.
Who you love, and that means your wife just beat a 25-year-old. You know what I mean? Because you stayed with your wife. Yeah. She won. Like you came home to her.
Yeah.
The 25 was a throwaway.
I respect you. I don't respect her.
Because I love you.
Left her. I lied. I told her I wasn't married. I gave her a fake name. Right? It was in a different city. I was on a business trip. I don't know the bitch.
Some of those things are true with me and you. You know? I told you my real first name. I don't know. We've only been married 8 years. I can't be honest with you. You know? I got a family in Nicaragua, but that's for another time. What the fuck?
I know, dude. And I always thought it was strange that gay men particularly wanted to get married, because it seemed like the cool part was not being married.
Makes no You know?
Yeah. It was like, oh, you know, we're rebels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, just fuck some guy at the laundromat.
You don't see black people walking around saying, I want to be white. You know, they're cool because they're black.
Some of them. The ones who want to fucking go somewhere.
What's his name? Herman Cain. And
dude, Thomas Sowell is kind of, he's close.
See, that's the other thing too. It's wealth, right? I've said this before. I mean, I have more in common with the average black person than LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know, like or Thomas Sowell or any of these, well-to-do black folks. They're well-to-do. They went to great universities. Yeah. Right? They never got in any trouble. They're well-spoken, right?
Yeah.
It's like, Allen Iverson and LeBron James couldn't, in terms of their personal lives, couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson is more of a typical black American.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
LeBron James was famous since he was 11.
Yeah.
He's been a millionaire since he was 13.
Doesn't know.
He doesn't know what the black experience is like.
No.
He's been in. He had a Hummer when he was 14. It's because some booster gave him money.
Some people don't know. Dude, it's like years ago. Even though he's white, but this same idea of separation. When people remember years ago, Tom Cruise jumped up on Oprah's couch.
Yeah.
He's like, I love this woman, and people were like, he's lost his mind. I'm like, he lost his mind. He was famous when he was a teenager, making millions for being hot.
Yeah.
Every woman wanted to fuck him globally.
Yeah.
He
And then he got into
idea.
a religion that pumped him up even more.
Oh yeah, just
he worked in Hollywood, which just boosts your ego.
That guy doesn't know. It's the same with your fucking LeBron, and
Johnny Manziel is blacker than LeBron James,
dude.
Because Johnny Manziel's a piece of shit from fucking Ohio, where the fuck.
And he had an opportunity, blew it. That's a real fucking guy. That's a real one right there. That guy's out at the projects telling how it could have been.
It's social class, not racial class. It's really what it is.
Really?
Poor people in West Virginia have the same problems that poor people in Harlem have. It's not a race thing. It's a money thing. It's always money.
I want to start. There's so much rife these days, and like I want to start. I want to start a class war.
Yeah,
a class war, but like a real one, not by social class. What I mean is because it'll end racism. It'll end all this other shit. But religious differences. Do you wipe your ass? You know what I mean? When you walk down the street, do you throw your shit on the ground? Yeah. If so, you're a piece of shit and you have no class. Yeah. I don't care if you're broke and your car has 2 different colored fenders, but if you fucking walk around like you're worth a damn and you don't make life...
Yeah. Do you steal from somebody for no good reason?
Are you a piece of shit?
Do you kick in someone's window and take the money out of their center console? That kind of thing.
Are you a piece of shit? You know what I mean? Do you
I'll steal from a corporation because they're soulless anyway. And they have insurance. But I'm not going to steal from another person.
I loved your post. One time you said, it was so fucking good, dude. It was so good. You're like, when I go to self-checkout, I scan.
I steal 100% of the time because I don't work for free.
Because I don't work for free, dude. Yeah. That was so fucking great. And
Mom didn't raise a fool,
I eat organic vegetables. I don't pay for organic vegetables. You know what I mean? Because all it is, it's a 9 at the end. It's either a 4 at the beginning or a 9 at the end. It's that 5th digit that makes it organic. So you just punch in 4011.
Yeah.
Not 4019, and you're like, eh.
Well, the math I do, I go, whatever minimum wage is in the state, $10-12. It's like, all right, well, it takes me half an hour to check out.
Thank you.
I'm stealing $6 worth of shit.
Thank you.
Fuck that. And you know what? And the companies, all those companies that do that, have done the math. They know it's cheaper for you to steal.
Yeah.
It's called shrink in retail.
Yes, shrink.
When there's shrink, it means just stolen goods at the register or from the store itself.
Their profit margin.
Yeah, and it's usually 2%. And they did the math. It's like, okay, if shrink goes from 2% to 4%, so people steal twice as much, that's still cheaper than us firing all the cashiers.
Yes.
So let's fire the cashiers.
Yeah.
They did the math. They priced in my theft. So why would I not steal? They did the math.
You
I'm
have
going to take what
They're asking you to do it.
Yeah.
They're asking you to do it. And also, too, if you ever think about it this way, all right, I noticed the same company, Driscoll. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Driscoll sells fucking strawberries that are regular. They're not organic.
Yep.
Right next to it, it's organic. And it's like 60% more for organic, some crazy amount.
Yep.
It appears to me that this company, Driscoll's, is in a quandary now. Because you're selling me organic why? Because it doesn't have
chemicals and blah, blah,
poison,
blah.
Right? Because it doesn't have poison.
Yeah.
But you also sell me poison. So you're a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? And so is the grocery store that will sell me poison or not poison. So I say I'm taking the non-poison at the poison price because fuck you for selling me poison. Fuck you for selling me poison.
Exactly.
You son of a bitch.
Exactly.
Poison everyone else, I guess. We have too many people in the world.
It's even,
sorry, you're going to say?
No, it's all right. It's even worse than that. So back when I first started in investment banking, one of the deals I did was a company called Ukaipa Companies, run by a guy named Ron Burkle.
I've heard of that.
Ron Burkle was a huge Democratic funder. He's personal friends with the Clintons, and that's not to say that he's Democratic. He's just an oligarch like the rest of them. He's a fucking billionaire. He's greasing everybody.
He knows who feeds him.
He made his money rolling up grocery chains, Kroger's, which owns Ralph's. And,
Albertsons.
So the way it works is. The people that sell into the grocery stores, those are the vendors, Driscoll, fucking Colgate, anybody.
Post, whatever. Yeah.
They have to pay for the shelf placement.
Right.
So
upfront or as a percentage, like
it's usually it depends on the deal.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they pay for shelf placement.
Yeah. And what you want to be at eye level.
And what a lot of them figured out is it's like, oh, what you want to be is at eye level.
Yeah.
Right. But even worse than this, the vendors figured out, oh, the good, better, best strategy works the best. There's a reason why Driscoll puts its cheaper strawberries next to the unfucking toxic strawberries.
Right.
It's like, oh, strawberry, cheaper. I'm broke. I'm getting the cheaper strawberry.
Yeah.
They want to be placed next to that expensive strawberry.
Yeah.
So they look like a better deal. And if you're broke, it's like, I don't give a fuck about toxins. I got to eat today.
Right. You're not saying it's $5 a lot for strawberries. $5 is less than $9.
Yep. And for this, privilege, this good, better, best privilege, they charge different shelf rates on the different shelves in your grocery store.
Of course.
It's crazy.
Yeah, if it's too high or too low,
you know what's coming next, dude? It's called dynamic pricing.
I've heard of this.
With AI, where the shelf will based on who you are when you walk by the shelf, they have digital readouts. And when you walk by, they'll tell you what the strawberries are worth depending on who you are and how many strawberries have been moving that day. So if all of a sudden everyone wants strawberries, the price is going to go up.
Yeah.
And if you have a lot of money and because they have your fucking IP address and can link to all your personal details, like, oh, this guy has a lot of money and he's rich, strawberries are $40 a pound.
You think that's going to fly though?
What the fuck choice do you have if they're selling food? Dude.
No, I know, but I mean, then you're going to start bringing in like a mask, of your neighbor.
This is what the smart billionaires are worried about, and the stupid ones aren't.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Nick Hanauer.
Okay.
Who's multi-billionaire. He's part of the PayPal mafia. He made his billions with.
Yeah.
I think he was the one who discovered Elon Musk years ago. He's worth 3 or 4 billion, and he got out.
Yeah.
And his big thing is income inequality. And he says, and his big thing is, he's like, look, I'm a capitalist through and through. Obviously, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's like, but I don't want income inequality problems in this country. He's like, because there's more of you than there are of us.
Right.
He's like, if we get too fucking greedy
eat the rich.
and don't give you guys enough crumbs, you're going to eat our fucking hearts.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm trying to keep the pitchforks out of my mansion. And he's like, you have to have a healthy middle class. He's like, I became a billionaire because we had a healthy middle class. And if we don't have one, you're going to take it all back from me violently.
The middle class is the buffer from the fucking vulgar to the wealthy.
Yeah.
That is the wall.
But
it's
the problem is the middle class.
Buffer.
But the middle class are now feeling like the poor. You can't have that.
Let me know.
George Carlin said it years ago. He's like, he's like the rich, make all the money, pay none of the taxes.
Yeah.
The middle class does all the work, pays all the taxes. The poor are there to scare the shit out of the middle class.
Yeah.
Keep them showing up at those jobs.
Yeah.
The problem is now the fact that jobs don't pay enough to keep you from being poor. It's like, well, what the fuck's the point? Like I feel like they do. Let's all go into the
UBC
walls of their mansion.
is coming up. You think we'll ever have a UBC?
It depends. If it depends on. I think it depends on how much.
Or UBI rather.
UBI. Yeah. Universal Basic Income. For those listening. I think it depends on how quick and how aggressive the AI transition is going to be. Because the reality is, think about it. I mean, and think about it from a government.
You can't sweep a whole.
No, but also the government, right? Senators, congressmen, they want to keep their jobs. The president, right? And if you lose your tax base, you have nobody voting for you. You're done.
For you,
So it's going to come down to dollars and cents. If AI starts really taking that many jobs from that many people that quickly, they're going to have to, maybe not a universal basic income, but they're going to have to greatly tax AI companies to make up for the lost revenue from all the income that's lost from the jobs of the other people.
Which means it's interesting to consider. Plus, also, I'm just now realizing, I'm starting to learn that with these data centers, it is fascinating how much electricity they need.
Oh my God.
The energy
it's caused the cost of energy in New York to go up 50%. Because all of the power generators in Philadelphia, most of their power, or Pennsylvania, are now being used up by data centers.
I think the Google is going to start their own nuclear power plant.
Google, Facebook bought 3 Mile Island. And they're going to turn it back on.
No way. They're going to turn it back on.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to. We need more power. We need more power.
But it just is wild. You think with efficiency, things get sharper, chips get smaller, like the heat ratio would be lighter.
No, but the problem is the usage is outpacing. Like the energy efficiency of it's gone down, but the usage is skyrocketing fast. They have to catch up to it.
Yeah, careful doing that when we talk about progress.
Well, that's why I always thought it was dumb that particularly the Republican Party is like anti-green energy. It's like you could be pro fossil fuels, and also not anti-green energy. You could have both.
Let's see. We're gonna need it all.
We're gonna help. We're gonna keep drilling and let's grow this. I don't know why it's either or. I never got that.
Do it all.
In all of politics, why is it either or? It's like everyone has to be. Everyone has to be Christians. No, you could be either. We have to get all of our fuel, all of our energy from oil. or why not this too? Like
unless it's grossly inefficient, because I've never looked.
No, but it's not anymore. It's not anymore.
I've heard the windmills. I heard those are like often net negative.
No, no, it depends on where they put them.
Right, but I'm saying that like there are regions where they've installed them and they've spent whatever.
But you know who is the biggest owner? He recently passed away, I think a year or two ago. Who's the biggest investor in windmills in the country? And he put them. No surprise, he put them in Tornado Alley, right in North Texas and Oklahoma.
Kind of makes
sense.
Boone
Pickens.
Boone Pickens,
who was he was one of the biggest Republican donors of all time.
Yeah,
he was the guy who did the Swift boat ads against John Kerry. Who that's why he lost to Bush.
Yeah,
and he was an oil man. And they asked him, why are you invested in that? He was, I'm a businessman. I'm not an oil man. He's like, I don't give a shit where the money comes from.
Yeah.
He's like oil. We ran out of easy to access oil in the Panhandle where my wells are.
Yeah.
So instead of having to import it from the Arabian Gulf, where that's our enemy. That's 9/11. He's like, I just built windmills right here at home. He's like, I don't have any affinity for oil. I have affinity for money.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a capitalist.
If T-Boone says it works,
yeah.
It's in the right place. You're gonna have it in the right place.
He was pragmatic about it.
Yeah.
He wasn't wed to the idea of oil. He was just wed to the idea. He was like, I'm an energy guy. He's like, oil's too expensive.
Yeah.
And now we're getting into global wars to steal it from other.
So were his reserves running low? I mean, I don't know a ton about T-Boone.
Yeah, he went back up a couple times. He was over levered and back up a couple times, but then he was up big. During the right after the 2008 crisis when oil hit like $180 a barrel.
Okay.
And he used that excess money to buy the biggest tracts of lands, and he put windmills on them. He owns the biggest wind farm in the country.
No shit.
Yeah. He's like, why would I want to import oil from our enemies when I could generate power at home?
Yeah.
From windmills. He's like, you got to be a fool as a businessman.
Especially,
he goes, I don't care about politics. He's like, I'm just talking about brass tacks. I'm like him. He's like, what's the problem? How can we solve it? And look, you have to address the issue, right? I mean, like that's the thing about renewable energy things. It's like everyone's talking about we need renewables, but how are we going to transition to that? We're not just cut off oil and gas. We have to have another option.
No, because it gets dark at night. I mean, you run out of reserves.
Yeah, you have to transit. But the idea that you have a dead stop.
We're going to need it all.
Yeah,
pretty soon we're going to have to start boiling people, Soylent Green. You know what I mean?
We're going to be back to burning wood and kerosene.
Yeah.
Sorry, whales. We're going back to kerosene lamps.
Yeah, dude. Wow, remember the gays? That's what they used to do. That's how we get the term faggots. It's not cigarettes.
They still use that in Britain, by the way.
Yeah, they do.
There's a type of food called a faggot.
Can I bum a fag?
Yeah. Well, cigarette.
To bum a fag.
And there's also a type of food in the UK called faggots.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Does it look like any list of baguettes? Does it look like uncooked chicken necks?
Just a whole bushel of baguettes. I actually posted a reel and made a meme about it, but of course Instagram pulled it right away.
Yeah. They don't have a sense of humor when it comes to the good shit.
Well, no, and this is the other thing too, man. Fucking Donald Trump and his. I know we'll talk about Jimmy Kimmel in a second and all that bullshit if you want, but the idea of censorship, right?
Yeah.
The whole, fucking what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg, that curly-haired mutant robot.
Mutant,
fuck.
Yeah.
He's sucking Donald Trump's dick. You say whatever you want on the internet, blah blah blah. This is the post I made. I'll read it to you. Okay. So the post was, gas, grocery, and housing prices have shot through the roof. The price of a gram has been the same for over 30 years. Maybe we should let El Chapo run the Federal Reserve.
Wow.
That was verbatim the post.
Okay. From who? You?
I posted it on Instagram.
That's a great post.
I posted it on Instagram.
That's a great post.
Dude, it got over 1 million views. It was just a text post. Just a text post.
Yeah.
Easily the single biggest one text post that I've ever posted.
Big home run.
Shared, 200,000 times.
Wow.
Right? And it was going great for 2 weeks. 2 days ago, they pulled it. And I go, why?
Because the price of the gram fluctuated and you were a fucking fraud.
Oh, yeah. They pulled it for incorrect data.
It was no longer true.
They pulled it for misinformation.
Yeah, misinformation.
No, they were like, oh, it's encouraging X, Y, Z. I'm like, no, it's satire.
It's encouraging investment.
They still pulled it. There was no cursing. I didn't say the name of a drug. I didn't say any. I just said El Chapo.
You didn't mention that the half-life of cocaine is 30 years. You actually could buy it. You actually could buy it as a commodity. You could buy it like gold.
Really 30 years?
I bet. It's got to be something
Well, no one
wild.
knows. It's always gone in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
no one knows the expiration date on cocaine. It never lasts that long.
Remember they had a commercial like that. How many licks is it? Or no, how many bites for a Reese's peanut butter? How many licks?
Center of a Tootsie Pop with the owl.
Yes.
1,
and he's like
2, 3.
crunch.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. No,
After that, who cares?
No one knows the expiration date of cocaine.
No, that's amazing.
Because it's gone before it
you
gets
post
close.
that. You should post that. That's hilarious.
Oh man. Yeah, the world's gone mad, dude.
It's going nuts. And you know what, dude? I gotta say, I'm genuinely curious. I do not know anymore. I don't know the difference between reality and the algorithms just having tapped my fucking main line and feeding me the shit that gets me fired up. I am over the moon right now. And they're just they're cranking me, dude. I don't know.
That's why I love so we talked about last couple of weeks, but Charlie Kirk got assassinated or that. But the governor of Utah, I think, really put himself in the national spotlight. Spencer Cox, check him out, guys. I'm not a Republican by any stretch, and this guy's Mormon as they come. He's more Mormon than fucking Mitt Romney, and that's saying a lot.
That's pretty fucking.
This guy's hardcore.
Brigham Young would be impressed.
But he was the only one making sense after all of it. He was compassionate, but direct, firm against any sort of violence. But the biggest thing he said is he's like, make no mistake, the real problem here is social media. It is driving a wedge between us. Yeah. It is absolutely corrupting our politics, our beyond that, our own thought processes. Yeah. Like people aren't going to Thanksgiving dinner with their family anymore because Instagram said don't do it.
Well,
and he goes, and what I love is he goes, make no mistake too. You think these are real people you're talking to. Our global enemies know what's going on. Russia and China are half of the internet activity out there. These are bots. It's bullshit.
Yes.
He goes, put your phone down and hug your siblings, hug your family. Go have it.
Tuck your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
Go have dinner with your friends. He's like, get off this. This is a death machine.
Do something real.
He's like, I used to be able to talk to my opponents. He goes, now they're all he's like, Chuck Schumer shut down the government because he thought the internet wanted him to. Like, it's a whole thing. Like he's like, we're all responding to some fake Twitter feed that doesn't exist.
I don't even take a shit without my phone. I don't take a shit without my phone. I feel like I'm camping if I forget my phone in the other room. I feel like I'm Abraham Lincoln.
I haven't been bored since 2012.
Dude, honestly. Because look, this is what I was going to say.
Boredom was a big part of my childhood.
Oh, dude. And people are like, we got to get back to the way it was. I'm like, when it sucked? Dude, I have a magic window. I can see anywhere in the world. This is the God state. I was telling Chelsea the other day, it hit me. If somebody were to say to you 20 years ago, they're like, oh, yeah, the other day there was an avalanche in Alaska. You're like, yeah, I saw that. You're like, what? You're like, yeah, I saw it. And they're like, oh, but there was also, there was a shootout in Arizona. And you're like, saw that. And they're like, it was the same day. And you're like, yeah, I was there.
You have all.
How the fuck were you there? How were you there?
Yeah, you were almost God. You're right. We're almost God. The only thing our phone doesn't do is predict the future. Yet. It's getting close. With AI, it might get there.
Let me ask you this.
But now all of us have all of human knowledge in our hands at all times. Up to the minute, human knowledge. Up to the minute.
At what point does predictivity or predication, I guess it would be, when does predicting
we're getting the Minority Report kind of
become leading? Because you can only predict my actions so long until we hit real time for that brief moment, and that doesn't have any value to hit me in real time. Then you want to forecast and tell me what to think. Well, that's when you fucking own me. That's when you own me.
We're in the middle of it now.
I think we are. That's going on now. I think we really are.
It started out being called predictive marketing.
Yeah.
And this is how Facebook became a $100 billion, trillion dollar company.
Yeah.
They're basically saying, okay, we have all this, since I think it started in 2005. So by 2015, they had 10 years of human data gathered.
Yeah.
And that's when they kicked off predictive marketing, saying, hey, these people look like the people who buy this.
Yeah.
So,
but we don't judge on looks.
Yeah,
we don't do that.
Not looks, but like your whole.
No, I know. I mean, I'm fucking the whole thing. No, the whole thing. Your demographic, ethnicity, your religion.
So they started putting that out there, and that's how it became a huge advertising engine. It's like, oh yeah, it's not 100% accurate. But people who do these activities tend to buy these things and start selling that data to advertisers.
Yeah.
Now with AI, it's accelerating, and that's why Meta's investing $200 billion into building not just regular AI like ChatGPT. They call general superintelligence. So and that's when you get to the prediction part, when they know what you're going to do before you do it.
Dude, hold on.
Because the way AI does it is it just runs all the scenarios out to the future, picks the highest probability one, and it's like, 9 times out of 10 it's going to hit.
99 out of it. Yeah. Would it be reasonable to say that we have had a direct inverse relationship where, as society mysteriously has become infatuated with not judging people, based on their key demographics.
Yep.
We don't do that. You're black, that doesn't matter. You're a woman, it doesn't matter. We don't do that, even though it's obvious something about. I don't do that. But you know who does do it for a fucking living is the greatest technology on the planet.
Yep.
Is there nothing to be said for that?
Yep.
As Facebook,
they are.
Remember, you're from the East Coast. You've been in a snowball fight. You know, if you really want to win, you make 2 snowballs. You throw one up in the air, and when the guy goes, "What's that?" Then you
fucking whack him. Yeah.
And you fucking
yeah.
Is this not the DEI equality? And then you're like, I know everything about you. The fact that you're white and you're between 25 and 30, and the fact that
you nailed it.
Come on,
you nailed it.
Come on.
They're having us fight over who pisses in what bathroom. While they just take over humanity.
Just fucking shred us to our absolute core. I always said, you know who doesn't get in DI? Car insurance companies. They don't get in DI. Nope. If you're a fucking woman and women in your region have more accidents, you have a higher rate. Well, and it's because you're a woman. That's why. And if women are better drivers and it's men or fucking Mexican or white or black or whoever the fuck, they don't give a fuck. Here's your premium. And you know how we got it? Aggregated data that doesn't lie. Maybe you're the outlier.
But they did it the old-fashioned way. 100 years of actuarial charts.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
But now with AI, they just they supercharge it and you can get it in three and a half hours.
If 3 Mile Island is up, then then no problem.
Dude, I mean, that's how I explain to some of my conservative friends. Most conservatives I know aren't Pollyannish, like they're realistic, So my conservative friends who, Dave Hahn, great guy, he's been on the podcast. He's like, yeah, global warming's a real thing. He's like, but it's not important. In terms of the problems we have, it's not top 3. So we'll get to it. Fine. He doesn't say it's not true. Right. He just says it's not imminent.
I say the same thing. Right? I lean conservative. I live in the real world.
Yeah.
I'm also pro-choice. There's no such thing as a straight ticket.
Yeah.
If you're just straight ticket,
you
lost your fucking mind.
You're a fucking loser.
I say it's like going to a restaurant. You picked one restaurant. It's the only restaurant you eat. You don't eat at any other restaurants, and you love everything on the fucking menu. You're a strange person. Yeah. Like why the you know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of restaurants.
But that's how I break through to some of my friends who are just buying the company line from the right or the left, whatever side they're on. Yeah. Particularly with this one, with the insurance thing, it's like all right, you know how I know global warming is real? Yeah. It's like go take a look at what it costs to get fire insurance in California, or flood insurance in Florida. You can't even get it. There's no premium amount you could pay. Because the insurance companies did the math, and they go, really? And I said, yes. He's like, they're soulless. They're like banks. They don't give a fuck about anything but the bottom line.
Profit. Yeah. They have to profit.
And they said, wait a minute, there's too many hurricanes in Florida because of global warming. We're cutting off flood insurance.
Forget it. Yeah. I'm not going to insure the Palisades. Yeah. What are you, nuts? Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, that fucking fire alley? No way.
Absolutely not. And then, unless the government's going to subsidize your payment, then fine, maybe. But as soon as the government says, well, we don't want the risk either. Well, you know what? Guess what? No more fucking houses in the Palisades. How about that? How about, unless you want to build a fireproof yurt in the fucking Palisades, get the fuck. You don't live there anymore.
A mud hut,
it's like when Sam Kinison said, you know how you end world hunger? Don't live where the food isn't. That's it. You can't fucking live there anymore. It's simple math.
Crazy, man. People are gonna have to start moving.
Dude, well,
you know what happened? You know what? This is my evil thought. Here's my evil thought of the week. I'm gonna share at the podcast. I'm like, all right, the way I invest my personal money is most of it is just index funds because I don't have the time to investigate nuances.
I invest in my mattress. I don't know. Is that wrong? Is that outdated?
Well, if you live in the Palisades, it'll be fucking burned.
Pretty bad idea.
No, but I do take a couple positions in long-term thoughts. So I was like, all right, Google, and less so than Meta, but Google. Microsoft, these are high cash flow businesses that have all of your data.
Those are blue chips now.
Right?
They're not going to go away.
They pay a dividend. Right? There's no tariff on any of this software or anything, so they're exempt from that.
And it's global reach.
One of the big ones I made, Monsanto. I made money on that. It's like, well,
you're the devil.
People got to eat.
Monsanto.
People got to eat.
Oh, it's the fucking
people got to eat, dude. I bought a wastewater. I bought the stock of a wastewater treatment plant in China because they're going to run out of water.
They're privatized.
I made 3 times my money.
They're privatized?
No, it was a U.S. company that owned wastewater treatment plants in China.
My dad worked in a wastewater treatment plant when I was growing up. He came home smelling like shit every day. Fucking day.
When you have 2 billion people, you have to switch your water out.
But I thought everything was socialized over there. I didn't know you could have an American-based
they sold the filters to the Chinese companies.
Oh.
They didn't have the technology yet.
I was going to say that you'd think they'd rip that off pretty quick.
I did my homework, my friend.
1.2 billion people is a lot of shit. You would think they would have figured out the filter.
It's 5 times the shit we got. So.
Yeah. I think they would have been on that filter some time ago. But
have you seen photos of Beijing? The air looks like fucking diarrhea.
Well, that's why, dude, the thing with the global, global warming, all you have to do is look out your window to know how many cars have you seen today, how many fucking buildings and shit.
Well,
of course we're impacted.
Well, that's why I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like, global warming it's a terrible term. He's like, pollution. He's like, do you want pollution?
That's
do you want dirty air and shit in your yard?
Yeah,
no. Do you want dirty water? No. Just use pollution.
But then you look at fucking China and India. They don't give a shit. And if you make this one little clean patch over here over Montana, hey, good for you. Guess what? You know, it all just
wind really takes care of it.
Whoa, you know, you're going to need those fucking windmills for another reason. You got to blow them out.
A fan, just big Cuisinarts going the other way.
They should all be pointing in different directions. You create a vortex above this world.
Yeah, just right down the Mississippi River. You have them pointing out, blowing towards Europe and China.
Yeah, but at what angle? Where do you draw from? You got to have a hold of China. It's a no-win situation.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say was my next big investment idea. It's like, all right, how do I? Let's say global sea levels rise by 2 feet. Okay. Where's the shoreline going to be? Because that's where I want to buy real estate.
Listen,
right? I want to buy the beachfront before it's the beachfront. That's what I want to get into, Paul. That's my big. When I make my first big comedy paycheck, I'm going to buy land in interior Georgia where it's going to be the ocean front in 10 years. Because then I'm going to make hundreds of millions.
Randy,
this is what I want to do.
I want to invest in this with you. I want to invest in this with you. And the way we do it, we go down to the synagogue. Because here's the thing.
Well, where else are you going to get money?
Here's the thing. Well, have you think about it?
Who else has the money?
They got it all. Dude, listen, this hit me at one point when people were like, oh, the Jews control the weather, and the Jews have a space laser and all this shit. And
if they did, they'd make it rain in the Middle East so no one would kill each other.
Yeah, fucking chill them out. What? But I'm like, hold on. People are talking shit about people who they believe have the greatest power known to man. You don't insult those people. You become fucking friends with them.
Right.
You don't
if they really are that powerful, why would you talk about them like that?
Don't be mean. Be an ally.
Everyone kisses Donald Trump's ass. If he's really run by the Jews, be nice to the Jews.
Be nice to fucking Jews. Yeah. But here's the thing. This is what I realized. If the Jews are in control of the weather and we believe that global warming's a real thing, then I'm not worried because I know when it'll end. What's going to happen is the Jews are going to let the heat rise until the water levels rise until Boca Raton is 90% oceanfront property. That's what they're going to do. The Jews love Florida. The Jews love Florida, and they love Boca Raton. And Boca Raton's pretty inland. Yeah. But as soon as that becomes a peninsula,
Gaza will be underwater, and then Israel will be...
Yeah! And then magically, we got an ice storm coming in. Whoa, look at that. It dropped 1.5 points overnight.
That's so dark and funny.
Shabbat Shalom, who wants to buy in Boca? It's fine. It's fine. It's all going to be fine. It's exactly your plan. And it was dictated to us by Superman 1, wasn't it? When Lex Luthor was going to drop half of California so that the Inland Valley was going to be ocean. It's fucking brilliant.
Dude,
it makes sense.
How accurate are Hollywood movies, man?
Yeah, they're kind of foretelling.
Right? I mean, Mike, you're a director. What movie do you think, like... I can't think of a single movie plot that hasn't, like, kind of yet come to fruition.
Howard the Duck is a little ways out, but...
yeah.
Otherwise...
Yeah. What a great movie.
It's so good. It's ranked as the worst movie of all time.
Oh, really?
Someone.
It's worse than Leprechaun in the Hood. It's worse than The Room. Have you seen The Room? It's worse than The Room.
The Room.
You've seen The Room
off so much.
But
I love The Room so much, Mike.
Yeah.
It was so fun. It was the funniest movie I ever watched.
Yeah.
By far, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be, but I get why people like it.
I hate how people got obsessed with it, like you, and went and saw
it. No, I'm not obsessed with it. I watched it twice.
It got its big revamp. I saw it in the theaters.
It's like watching a car wreck in slow motion.
In 2016, when they made the remake of it. James Franco.
The Disaster Artist.
Yeah. That made it great. It was like the longest hanging joke.
I saw that and then went and saw The Room, and I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah. You're killing me. Whatever it was, you're breaking my heart.
I can make a movie. I can make a movie better than The Room right now.
So in this room.
Yeah, in this room. And he spent what, $4 million making that movie?
I have no idea. But
it was real money. It was real money.
Mike could make a fucking Hollywood production for $4 million. This guy made that piece of shit.
It was pretty fascinating, but he stuck with it. Like, sometimes you just shouldn't be encouraged. Dude, because I remember I was living here. I moved to Hollywood in 2003. I was here 2003 to 2008, and I left and came back. But I remember seeing, like, The Room taped to, light posts and shit.
Back when you used to take a stable gun and stable shit on the poles.
Yeah, next to where you chain up your horse when you go into the fucking tavern, But, it was like back then you did that shit. And I just remember, like, he had that, like, sad face, and I'm like, what is that expression?
Yeah.
What
What's
the
his
fuck
name?
is
Eli
the room?
Wiesel. What was his name again?
Yeah.
No, Eli.
Eli.
That's the guy in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
What was his name again?
The director?
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau or
Tommy.
something?
Yeah.
There you go.
Tommy Wiseau. There you go.
Eli Wiesel was glad to have nothing to do with
a respectable
the
guy. Tommy Wiseau is a fucking clown. All right. Let's get into a little news before we get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't have to look at my phone for this one. There's a lot of drama this week. Apparently, fucking MAGA world is losing their shit
over
Bad Bunny being chosen to perform at the Super Bowl.
That's a little low class.
Dude, he's the most streamed artist of 2025.
Society's over. Society died. Look, dude, the reason my special is called We're Not the Same with my hand up is because I'm coming out of the closet as better than most people. I'm better than most people. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And there comes a point. I was a kid. We were all raised good kids. And our mom said, all men are created equal. And we're like, great. And then you walk out in the real world, you go, fuck, this we're not the same.
Lie.
Not a chance. If I'm the same as the guy who shits between my car and my neighbor's, why do I go to work? Why do I fucking put my pants on? He doesn't. Fuck this. I am better than him. No, yeah. Because it's fucking real life.
Right.
And so when I hear the social decline, Bad Bunny is, I'm not saying it has to be Elton John. And I'm sure people got upset when Elton John was a social decline because he came out gay. You ever think about how many straight people fucked to Alligator Rock before they realized he was banging dudes to that shit? That had to get weird. I don't mean to tangent.
No, it's all right. My thing is, when did we give a fuck about anyone who watches the Super Bowl and cares about it? Like your girlfriend,
ever since Janet's tit.
Your girlfriend cares about who's playing at halftime. I go to the bathroom, take a shit, smoke a joint, get some more chili. I don't give a flying fuck who performs in the middle.
It began with Janet's tit. Did you know that ended her career? Look into it. There's interesting like
I
mini
thought her
docs.
brother fucking boys ended her career.
No, dude. It didn't help. It did. Okay. Well, but it could be the Driscolls.
Yeah, she's on the Epstein list somehow.
She's the organic. She's like, you know what? I think since then, because before then, I don't know who did anything in the Super Bowl.
That might have been the best thing that ever happened to the Super Bowl halftime show was her tit coming out.
For the halftime show, yes.
Now people pay attention.
Yes.
Right?
What was that? 06, right around that?
Yeah.
04.
It was right around the first Patriots Super Bowl win.
Okay. Yeah. Because I just moved here. I remember it. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you care?
That's the thing. I don't care. But also, how is that an insult to any MAGA person?
Yeah,
I don't get. He has more downloads on Spotify than Taylor Swift. Is he not the biggest artist? You know,
you can't argue with numbers. It's a business.
I don't get it.
It's a business,
and it's a 20-minute, fucking 30-minute half. Who gives a fuck?
And wait, do they pay him or he pays them?
Nobody pays anybody.
It's net zero.
Yeah,
it's a mutually assured game.
Obviously, it's the most viewed thing on television every year.
Absolutely,
globally, still
singularly.
Yeah, singularly.
Because the NBA Finals, the MLB World Series.
Yeah, it's only one Super Bowl, one day. Yeah. Everyone's on the TV.
Yeah.
Globally, so
it's
a promotional thing.
Okay,
it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And also, the funny part is, they're like, oh, this guy it's not American culture. He's Puerto Rican. That's part of America. He's a citizen.
It's a
Who
weird
isn't a citizen? Fucking Rihanna, who performed, wasn't a citizen. You two are not citizens. Who gives a fuck?
And, if you're going to be like racist, I mean, it's a kind of a black sport. You know what I mean? Like, what do you fucking
really
care?
is.
It's not exactly a good old boys hangout.
Even the quarterbacks are now black.
Which that pissed me off more than Big Bunny. If we're being, come on, we got to have some place for a white guy.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey's our only holdout as a white running back.
Line. Yeah, the white running back's coming back, dude. Was it a Scabadoo? Have you seen this guy?
Scabadoo! Even though have you noticed the NFL doesn't care how they pronounce names, regardless of how they're spelt?
Yeah.
It's Scabado. But they're like, Scabadoo sounds fun. And you're like, but it's not the spelling. There's one O. And they're like, yeah, but it's cool. And you're like, well, I don't care. So
Scabadoo's running.
Sounds like an Adam Sandler character.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
You still don't see any white receivers now, right? Wes Welker broke that through. The slot receivers, a lot of white, Cup,
Kid on Cup is crazy. The kid on the Chargers, the Irish kid, I forget.
The white tight ends are everywhere.
Yeah, the white tight ends are the fucking.
You know, we don't see any white people still in the NFL. Cornerback.
Cooper DeJean for.
There's a white guy, a white quarterback.
Yeah, and he had the pick last year.
He's the first one. He's the first one I've heard since Jason Sehorn back in 2000.
You're right.
Really?
You're right though. A cornerback is black. Back in black.
Cornerback.
Cornerblacks.
I call them cornerblacks.
Not half back. Not half black, not full black.
But quarter black.
Quarter black. So my mama was half, which makes me a Kona black.
Quarter black.
My daddy's white, but I'm a Kona black.
No, man, but I can't believe the Bad Bunny thing. I mean, he's like the biggest artist.
Is that going. What's really the dude? I thought you were gonna say, and we don't have to go to a big tangent, but I saw a pretty compelling. I don't know. I sound crazy, and I love a good conspiracy. I don't care if I'm wrong.
Oh, so do I.
But have you seen the video of Charlie Kirk's shirt? Lifting
I did. They think a bullet came from a different direction.
They think a bullet. I saw, according to Jimmy Dore, that's everyone's most reliable source. But maybe it wasn't him. I don't know. I saw somewhere that
the liberal Glenn Beck, Jimmy Dore.
Yeah, exactly. Serious. It's pretty accurate. But his lapel mic, they think his lapel mic was a loaded fucking round.
Oh, they think it was like.
It was on it.
What's that movie with Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx? Citizen something.
I don't know, but okay, I remember
Inside
a little.
Man?
No.
That's Denzel.
Yeah. Gerard Butler and Jamie.
But it was because they get the guy in the crowd who pulls up his sleeve.
Yeah, law-abiding. So where the judge picks up the phone and the phone blows up and blows her head off.
Yes,
like that.
It's literally because the guy made. I just saw it last night. Who the fuck knows? I saw one video, but he showed over and over in slow replay that it is strange for a shirt to lift up. He got hit in the neck.
Yeah.
But his shirt clearly, there's no doctoring. That shirt lifts up. Why would a shirt lift up? And clearly, as they said, a 30-06 would take your head clean off, as
from that distance, 150 yards.
Dirty Harry would say. Yeah. But it is strange that it poofed up, and then they said there was no exit wound. 30-06
from that range, it would have tore through him and the guy behind him.
You'd see it in the mat. You'd see it in the drop down. So. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the whole thing. I think what's the name? Candace Owens is talking about.
Oh, yeah, she's on that like
she
a bulldog.
Thinks somehow Benjamin Netanyahu was the one who blew up.
The Jews did it. Yeah. What are you going to do? That's the scary thing. If the Jews did it, what are you going to do?
That's the weird divide here now going on in the Republican wing. It's like, we support Israel, but do we?
I mean, they killed our boy. It's like, you're killing me, Blue.
Killed our boy. I mean, that whole thing, obviously... Killing
By
people.
Our boy, do you mean Jesus?
Killing people? Yeah.
Well, how about this? Does it also seem a little strange how many people were like, we're so Christian, and they killed Charlie Kirk, who was one of our Christian leaders, and proselytizers, whatever, and that just makes us love Jesus even more. You're like, really? Jesus didn't help Charlie at all. He couldn't have helped him once. Not even a fucking warning shot. Nothing. If that's how do you, it's kind of like the Jews after the Holocaust. 6 million people are killed because of their religion. I would leave the religion. I'm not saying I would leave it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it because of the guy who did it. I wouldn't give him that fucking satisfaction. But the day after, I'd be like, whoa, that was a bad idea.
Maybe our God isn't looking out for us.
I think that was the Enron of religions. That was a bad fucking investment.
Maybe the guy we're praying to doesn't care about us at all.
I think that's the case. He kills everyone who loves him the most. I don't want to be Job.
Have you ever seen that clip? Maybe you can find it, Mike. There's a clip of Jerry Seinfeld had Ricky Gervais on his.
Oh yeah. They drove in a Bentley. It was
and they're talking about street jokes. And let me see if I can find it real quick.
That was a great episode because
it was great.
Ricky showed what a nice guy he was, and I don't think he hammed it up. And he really kind of highlighted that Seinfeld's kind of a dick.
Oh yeah,
I don't totally hate him for it, but in that episode, Ricky was like a really nice dude.
I love Ricky Gervais.
He's the man. He again another guy who doesn't know how to pronounce his own last name. Doesn't care.
Oh yeah,
doesn't care. It's clearly Gervais, but we call him Gervais because he says Gervais.
Yeah, hang on. Start over.
Interesting joke. So a Holocaust survivor eventually dies of old age and goes to heaven, and he meets God, and he tells God a Holocaust joke, and God goes, that's not funny, and he says, I guess you had to be there. Isn't that amazing?
What is that?
I don't know. No, not mine. No.
Where'd you hear that?
I don't know where it is.
You had to be there. That's a brilliant joke.
Wow, dude. Because it's so layered and philosophical.
He's so layered.
But he wasn't there, and if you believe he was, he didn't do anything. Right. Oh my God. I've got a thing in my thing about praying. That's a novel in a joke. It's incredible.
Right?
AI could write a book on that joke. If you were to say, make
I
a
could
book.
spend a lifetime writing jokes. I wouldn't write one that funny and clever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that is just outrageous.
Wow.
He goes, it's so late.
And there's no fat on it. There's no
fat on that joke.
No
I guess you had to be there.
You had to be there.
Right?
And that's the guy who can make the joke about it.
Right, exactly.
Because God says, oh, it's not funny.
Yeah, omnipotent God.
Well, as they say, God can't be all good and all powerful.
Yeah.
Can't be. One or the other.
Exactly.
I think that this world is kind of like a basketball game. I think that there is a thing we would refer to as God, but it doesn't have any reach in this world because otherwise it wouldn't be interesting. If you could control who wins every basketball game you watch, you wouldn't watch basketball.
Yeah.
You have to have chance.
Yeah, God is the ref throwing up the tip.
That's
the tip ball, right?
And then that's it.
I mean, that's the creation of the universe. That's the Big Bang. He just say, all right, let's
and
see
then
what
he's
happens.
out.
Yeah, let's see what
And then
happens.
he's
Let's see how
out.
this goes. Right?
Dude.
He set up the rules. Right, he got the ball, he got the two teams, and then threw it up.
That's it.
Let's see how it goes.
Otherwise, you
let's see how it
wouldn't
ends
watch.
up.
Like, you ever cheated in solitaire? You know what a piece of shit? You know what a fucking loser
Who hasn't
you
cheated
feel
in
like?
solitaire?
We've all done
Who
it.
hasn't
That's
cheated
why
in
we're
solitaire?
not God, because we cheat in solitaire. We're pieces of shit who can't be trusted by even ourselves. We're fucking horrible, useless people. There's nothing on the line. There's no money. There's no lives. No one's cancerous. Nothing. And we finish the game and we feel weird. And then we feel weird and we kind of we either play again to wash that off or we just don't play again for 7 years. We don't touch solitaire.
Fuck the rest of the news. That's where we got it.
Fuck.
That's where we're ending it. Have you ever cheated on solitaire? That is the most real fucking question. And everyone has. Everyone has.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
Just cheating on yourself.
Yeah.
We've all cheated on ourselves.
Even when it came out on computer, that undo button, we're like back, and it's like,
yes,
you sure?
Yes.
Like, we don't.
Or you just restart the game when you're not going up. Well, restart.
That's it. That's the definition
That's
of who
humanity,
you are.
yeah.
You don't have to go to church. You don't have to do confessional. You know who you are.
Oh,
you
Paul,
know who you
I'm going to
are.
be thinking about the question, have you ever cheated on solitaire, for the rest of my life. That's going to come up every time I cut a corner and no one's looking. And for the rest of my life.
Dude.
For the rest of my life.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, Paul, let them know where they can find you and repeat again when the show's going to be.
All right. So, listen, the show's going to be this month, Saturday, October 25th. It's on Sunset. If you want to come down, check out my Instagram. Check out Randy's Instagram. Randy's going to be featuring. I can't wait.
I'm going to bring as many people as I can. We're going to have a good fucking day.
Yeah.
It's going to be a personal party. Even
It's gonna be fucking great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's at 8 o'clock, Saturday, October 25th. It's called We're Not the Same because it's very elitist. And that's the intent. And
but if you show up, you're part of the we.
Of course,
Yeah.
we is not I.
Yeah.
I like we are not the same.
The royal we.
That's we. We are not the same as they.
Yeah.
But there's a big I in there somewhere. There's an I in we, and that's Huawei, and that's the big phone company, and they steal all your data, and that's what I'm gonna do if you show up and steal your brain.
So come down to that show. Check him out at Paul Roseberry, right? Everything.
PaulRoseberry.com, Instagram Paul Roseberry.
Yep.
Any of that.
You can follow me at Randy Valero. Follow the podcast at Ready Set Blow. Guys, we love you. Hope to see you on October 25th at his show. But we'll check you next week. Peace.
Woo!